Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6.
Awesome.
Okay, I feel like at one point you gotta try to not say awesome, just to throw everybody off.
One day. It will happen one day.
Serious occasion only.
How has y'all's day been? It's midday.
Take it away, David.
Uh, my day was very relaxed.
That sounds great.
That sounds great. My day's been violently ill and waking up every 2 hours in a cold sweat with heartburn and taking a piss.
How about you, Math?
I have done nothing today, which is kind of sad. I was thinking of going to watch the new Avatar movie, but I asked a girl if she wanted to come, but she's still up north, and oh, okay, never mind. I don't want to go watch alone.
Apparently, it's
Fair
a enjoyable experience from what I've heard.
It's very fun.
It's not a bad pick for a movie, but I haven't
I
seen
can't
it, so
say
don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. It's got a lot of I don't know. I guess I didn't really care for the first one. Other than the main antagonist, Chad Thundercock, the embodiment. I thought he was pretty funky as a character.
That is true. Yes.
What
Isn't it
what
interesting?
recent movies have? Huh?
I was going to say, isn't it interesting how Avatar made like $1 billion trillion, yet it has no cultural significance besides it looks pretty.
Wouldn't that be the cultural impact, though? It made a lot of money.
No.
Like,
Fair enough.
what's a memorable line or scene from Avatar?
The colonel dude, he was memorable.
I guess probably one
Okay.
of the more iconic scenes is it's the Colonel and
Yeah.
his mech deployment near the end of
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie where his ship's getting shot down. He jumps out of it as it's exploding.
Okay, what's the colonel's name?
That guy he'd done that before. I swear to God.
That dude fucks.
He
Yeah.
fucks. He's got
That's-
he's probably got 5 children who are just like him, ready to kick Pandora's ass.
Like they came out the fucking womb with a facial scar and 3 confirmed kills. They were originally triplets.
Are we sure that?
Wait, that'd be 2 kills then. Where'd the third one come from?
We'll
I think you
never
mean
know.
quadruplets.
Or maybe they killed the mother too, but you weren't. thinking of
Childbirth. I didn't think about that, honestly.
He birthed them.
Believe that.
that. That's a pretty intense fart.
They came out of him saluting.
He was the mother and father. It's the future, you never know.
Yeah. He was present for every time his child was born, and they were birthed to a 21 gun salute.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They immediately gave him a medal of honor to
No, I remember a pretty memorable quote from that movie. It was whenever
We were
Jake
talking
was
about scenes, but okay, quote.
my favorite quote of the whole movie was when Jake was at the very end and he had to enter the little pod for the last time, and he goes, "It's Jakey time," and then closed it and then woke up.
Yeah, I remember
My
that part
favorite
too.
was we're burning down this planet for stupid namium.
Unobtainium.
unobtainium. Yeah.
Stupid namium.
Yeah.
What if they just asked nicely?
Why would they do that?
That's literally the plot of the movie.
Oh, that's right.
Is
Yeah. Fuck.
they could have just asked nicely, but they didn't.
Yeah, why would they
True,
do
true.
that? This is America we're talking
Oh, yeah.
about. We should take it.
That was the thing. Is it's I think that's really the main problem with those movies is their whole message about conservation, but they do it in the most pretentious, just antagonizing way where it just makes your opposition hate you more. So there's no discussion to be had. It's just industrialism bad. Industry just needs to go away. Return to the soil.
I hear that the third movie will have will spotlight what's going on Earth, which I imagine will just be like the Blade Runner universe.
Well, let's see.
I'll see y'all in 2029.
Hard out. Yeah.
That's if society survives long enough.
As you're saying about the recent movie watching, I was going to start watching. I was trying to track down the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven, but I just started watching Watership Down instead. That animation from the 70s.
The what?
Watership Down. You know that surprisingly dark movie about bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
Very
Also, isn't Kingdom of Heaven about the Leopard King? Leopard
Yeah,
King?
yeah, it's got that guy in it with the really cool mask. It's I remember watching it.
Like when I was 6 years old, I believed I would build myself up to become immortal, but now I know I shan't live to be 30.
Yeah.
How was everyone's New Year's?
Oh, you were there for it.
Yeah, you specifically broke a plant pot.
No, it wasn't me. It was Gordon. I was nowhere near the plant pot.
Starting off the new year with Legend of Zelda, huh?
Yeah. All I found was
Breaking
dirt, though.
pots. No, I was at work, and I work overnight, so I crossed that midnight threshold. My manager was like, "It's midnight," and then just walked away. And that was the whole whole celebration right there.
I went to bed early at 8:30 p.m. like a good little boy.
Jeez, that's early. I don't even go to bed that early anymore.
Well, it's better than the sleep schedule I was on before, which was non-existent.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's whack.
You know what? Perfect title for this episode. Sleepy.
That
Sleepy.
was sleepy and tired.
Yeah.
Big
I'm
time.
exhausted. I called into work today, so I should be working right now, but I'm too sick, too exhausted to go, so I called in. They will have to live without me.
They can suffer.
I mean, I don't
I'm
go
gonna
back
just
to
start
work.
doing. I'm gonna just start doing crack.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, what you need to do is you need to make that, the fucking Conrad Kurz cocktail. Take a can of Monster Energy, pour in 2 5-hour energies, and a fucking 3-shot espresso.
Sounds
Go to
awesome
sleep
right now.
3 weeks from now.
God damn. I feel like God
Well,
will
that's if
personally...
you survive. That's if you survive the heart attack.
No, God will personally come to you and just remove you from having ever existed for such a crime against nature.
Well, that's if he can catch you with how fast you're moving.
I believe that. Believe that.
You just turn into Fry from that episode of Futurama.
Oh yeah, that was. I actually watched that one pretty recently.
The orange
nice
blur
episode.
himself.
How many of us have stick fight again?
Stick fight the game.
Is it a game that all 4 of us can play? I don't have it. Let's just put it that way.
David, the anti-gamer.
I'm not
David,
anti-gamer.
The refuser of playing games.
I'm
with
sorry
us.
that I hate our modern games. Of everything has to be multiplayer. Everything
You
has to be online.
Fucking boomer.
No, it's not that everything has to be online, but we could play goofy, silly party games
Oh no,
together.
I'm not against your guys' plan. I'm just saying that because my library is very much barren of most multiplayer-based games.
Okay, do you have $1?
No.
No, you can't afford it then.
Not that I don't have $1. I'm just saying no to whatever game you're about to suggest.
It's stick fight.
Stick fight is a game I want to play with you guys. But Caldor, the anti-gamer, in our realm.
You have Among Us?
We will. I'm sure one day he will learn. Or whatever it is.
He will learn.
Believe that.
No, but Nurgle had convinced me to get Barony, and you can watch that video now on YouTube.
I reckon I'll give it a little play later or afterwards. Yeah. Here's a little interesting thingy. Are you guys familiar with with a music group named The Antwoord?
No.
I'm familiar with the name. I don't think I've heard them.
Well, they're a South African rap duo, known for making some.
Oh,
Yeah.
go on.
They made some bizarre music videos, shit like that, speaking about odd things, blah blah blah. Some standard edgy shit. I actually used to quite like them back in the day, but recently it's been brought to light from this kid they adopted. That they were quite the abusive couple. Or just very shitty people in general. They actually they kept this kid around like drugs, fucking
what was
sex.
What was that? One song from. What was the show? Familiar Faces or something like that.
What?
It's like a puppet show.
I
You
don't
guys have
wa-
probably seen the video go around. I've traveled this whole world of Oz from Bonsley to Peru.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I like that one. But I've never met a nice South African.
Yeah.
No, he's never met a nice South African.
Okay, you don't
And
have
it's
to go
not
full
bloody
way.
surprising me. Sorry. It is a catchy song though.
Yeah. Like the whole meme about it was every time it was posted, they'd add like an extra 2 seconds to the video till eventually somebody was actually able to post the whole song.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But yeah, no, so that's just been what's going on in like the news web. And honestly, all I say is I'm really not surprised given their content style.
Yeah, once you mentioned that they were the South African group, I realized where I had heard of them before. Back in the day, like 4 years ago, when I was taking culinary courses, that was during one of the classes, we would have a lot of downtime, and mostly it was while we were cleaning, and they would play them as kind of the threat of basically the faster you work, the faster the music gets shut off.
Oh.
What are y'all's pre-bed rituals, I guess?
Shit myself.
Masturbation.
Applicable force of a blunt object to the cranium. I need to sleep somehow.
Okay, Logan, give us your joke example, and then we'll say our real ways.
I was just gonna. I was
Wait,
being
you thought I was
serious.
joking?
I know you were being serious, but I started with a joke. They continued. What
Oh no,
about
I
you?
didn't continue.
Oh, I howl into the night until the rancher is able to rodeo rope me and then drag me back into the cage.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
average.
the thing was, it was
Tuesday.
supposed to be a joke.
Oh, okay, yeah. I go to bed with a couple melatonin and
Okay.
it's sort of like what is it? The cotton robes and the Ebenezer Scrooge look.
Yeah, the nightgown and cap, carrying a little candle holder.
Dog, he gets the fattest of naps.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if I got my hand on that nightgown and cap, I would just sleep better every night. Now the question that's important when you wear that, do you freeball it?
Ooh.
Yeah, of course you do.
I mean, you kind
See,
of
I
have
can't
to.
do that.
What?
Man, I sleep. Okay, it's either I sleep with only boxers on, or I sleep with nothing on. Like those are the two sleeping options.
Nope, I've got to have 2 layers between my balls and my sheets.
My balls.
My bed sheets know my balls pretty well.
Yeah, like I gotta wear underwear and shorts, always.
I just go with the standard boxes and just sometimes free ball
That was
actually.
awkward amount of dead air between the end of my sentence and the next word spoken.
I had to continue it somehow.
If I'm feeling super cozy, I'll put on some like pajamas over my boxers. But no, I sleep with socks on too.
Yeah, apparently socks actually have a. Apparently it's good to sleep with socks on. Apparently they. I don't know, but I remember reading up. I didn't read the rest of it because like I can't fucking read, but you know, we'll see. Let me look
Keep
Google
your feet
this.
warm.
I'd say it's a
aside from the obvious.
I'd say it's a curse because you only really ever take your socks off when you're showering. That's it. I
Wearing
wear
socks to
socks
bed can help people.
24/7.
I mean, it depends if I'm wearing sandals or not. To be fair, wearing socks to bed can help people not only fall asleep faster, but sleep longer and wake up fewer times throughout the night. Okay, so
I have a
that's cool.
counterpoint to this study. It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I get that
Counterpoint.
sometimes.
Turn your AC on to 65.
I'm not
Other
paying
kind of-
that kind of money.
What if
What
you
are
don't
you
have
saving
AC?
money?
What do you mean?
Let your
saving
socks
money?
out of the blanket. Just don't have them.
Yeah,
have
in
it
the
by
winter I
blanket.
could turn it down. Yeah, and that's fine. And I
We
still don't
are in
need
the
socks. I have
winter.
nice warm blankets.
We are currently in the winter season.
Yeah, but
Why not?
we're talking about all the time. And for
fair
example,
enough.
in the summer when it's fucking like 89 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle of the night, yeah, it's gonna get fucking hot.
I forget you live in hell, California.
Yeah, that's right. It's winter for you guys right now.
That is correct.
We're in like
Here
pure
in Arkansas,
pure summer.
it's just cold, but it's not like awfully cold. I guess right now it's nice, but on Christmas Day it was pretty cold.
And I mean, shit, what... Let me see what it is. I want to say it, because it's...
It's 55 for us right now.
Oh, that was an hour ago. Let's see. Let's update my temp and see what it is.
It's 22 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
It is
That's an-
48 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And my house is set to 67. And I can still guarantee I will go to bed and start sweating in an hour.
Why is
Goddamn
our air
furnace.
quality index bad? I'm looking at like the weather, and the air quality for my area is 65. It's not good. What? Why? Let me check what it's like for you guys.
It's like standard weather. Not too hot, not too cold.
You guys have good sun or good AQI.
I don't.
Actually, California is pretty surprising.
Right now it is because we've got a lot of rain.
Unless you live in this area. Ugh. Darwin? Keeler. That's the place. Keeler. 424. That's awful.
Yeah, I was gonna say where I'm at right now, we've gotten a lot of rain this last week. So air quality's pretty good, but usually we're sitting pretty nasty.
I mean, you look over at Europe and Africa. Some of it's bad. Real bad.
Yeah, you know, lithium mines, huh? Am I right?
All right. Enough about air quality. On this podcast, we talk about butts, boogers, bananas, and boobs.
I never even talked about a single one of those.
We've talked about
Okay,
boobs
we've
quite a lot.
definitely talked about tits.
Could you
All right.
cater an orgy?
I think
What?
I've known somebody who has done that.
Like, it's a big get together. Could you have like Arby's or whoever caters?
Oh,
Come to
like I just said, I've known somebody who has done that.
Apparently, there's professional
he
companies
runs a
that can do
catering
it for you.
business, and he was hired for a party, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, we can do that. How many people are expected to attend?" And it was like something like 15 to 20 people, something like that, in a big house. It's like, okay, how do you want us to set up? Do you want us to set up like an outdoor eating area? Do you want us to create like a buffet? And they said, do you have a food truck? He's like, yeah, we got one. It's like, okay, you can just park outside and we'll just come up and people can order as they go. And he's like, no problem. It wasn't until people started coming out in like bathrobes and the occasional slip of the mind where they would come out with some type of fetish gear still on that they would go, oh, that kind of party.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
But they were never disrespectful. They never like got it weird and got close to him. They just kind of, when they were hungry, they came outside, ordered something, they cooked it up, handed it to him, and they went back inside. They definitely kept them separate from the business. But yeah, you
Did they film it?
can cater an orgy. I guess just leave the details of it out.
Good to know. Good to know. First
I do know
Two
if
Burger
there's a,
podcast orgy happening soon in your area.
Oh no.
In your area, you're saying that like, what are we going on a fucking world tour?
What is this going to
World
Is
tour
this going to
orgy,
be
yeah.
a Zoom call orgy?
STD speed run. Let's go.
Catered by Burger King. Couldn't get that McDonald's ad revenue, so took next best
I
thing.
mixed feelings on this because I could go on a rant about Burger King, but at the same time, having Burger King cater an orgy shits on their reputation, so it's kind of like double-edged sword.
Another topic I wanted to discuss is why I should be sponsored by a hair removal company. Good God, I'm a hairy man. I got hair everywhere. I got hair like so far everywhere that it could take a surgeon hours to like figure out where my skin starts and my hair begins. It's awful.
I know how that feels. I'm somebody who's been on an operating table and had to have a surgeon shave my ass with a scalpel.
God, I need hair removal. I need it fast. I need it now. We're not sponsored by anybody, but we should be.
Because you
I
ever
think
anybody here like had a procedure done, like had to have like an area shaved for
Nope.
it?
nope.
Because I don't think you can get a closer shave than a surgeon's hand with a scalpel.
The real barber shops. They knew what they were doing back in the day.
Yeah, because it was quite the experience, considering I had to have that done regularly after the surgery.
Do you care to get into the ass shave, or is it?
Well, like,
Was it an ass shave?
I mean, technically it was specifically the area around the wound, but yeah,
Yeesh.
it was on my tailbone, in the crack of my ass.
Nice.
For explanation, I had a cyst removed.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
A
Was it
pilonidal
Dr.
s-
Pimple Popper where they
a
like?
pilonidal cyst caused by an ingrown hair.
Hey.
Did you have like some like wired up doctor like filming the whole thing, like
No.
zooming in and out and like,
Zooming
ooh,
out.
watch as we pop it out, baby.
No, but the doctor's name was actually Wiley. His first and last name, Wiley.
Oh. Wiley. I thought his last name was
That's
Wiley. So it'd
funny.
be like Dr. Wiley.
Nope.
So it's
Dr.
Dr. Lee.
But first and last name, Wiley.
Ah, so Wiley.
What? No, his first
And,
name's Y, last name
Oh,
Lee.
shit.
Why?
Fuck.
Lee.
I was
It's
so
not
confused for
Wiley
a second.
Whitey.
That'd be an interesting name, though.
This has nothing to do with this, but I do want to talk about this as well. Taking your anger out in a violent, healthy way scale, from hookers to homeless to children to elderly to influencers.
Oh, influencers definitely, they deserve
If
it.
you're
all
gonna
of the
take your
above.
anger out violently, let's say like you just got done at an anger therapy session, and that guy who you're listening to says, "Go beat up somebody." Take your violent rage out in society. Who are you beating up?
I'm going to LA, I'm going to the pink wall, and I'm beating the shit out of every influencer that starts videotaping in front of it.
Actually, I'm gonna be. It also probably depend on the type of homeless for me, because there's a lot of crackheads here in Wellington that deserve a beating.
Yeah,
Kids.
I would have said that because there's a lot of meth heads around here, but that's dangerous. You're playing
Yeah,
a
meth-
fucking roulette at that point because you don't know which one's just gonna pull the strength of gods out and throw a full damn refrigerator at you.
I'm probably gonna beat up children. They deserve it.
Okay.
Oh.
But,
Here, where I live, they definitely deserve it. On New Year's, I was on a bus home from town at like 2 a.m. A group of 10 to 15, like, prepubescent kids got on the bus. Drinking, smoking, throwing up, all on the bus. Until the police were called, some guy told them to shut up, and the entire group ganged up on that one guy who was just telling them to be quiet.
Should have filmed it.
World Star.
Someone probably did. It took like an hour.
awful.
It took an hour and a half to get home from like a 40-minute bus ride.
So the ordeal only took like 20 minutes.
It was a pain.
No, I gotta say though, I think we could pit the elderly against children and it'd be a pretty fair fight.
No.
Yeah. Come on, the
don't
elderly
think
went
so?
through Vietnam.
No, because the elderly, they'd have morals. They'd have boundaries that they wouldn't cross. Kids, they don't give a fuck.
That is
Okay,
fair.
what about hookers versus homeless?
Same thing, isn't it?
Who's winning that one?
No, I don't think it would be a similar comparison, but I think that would be more fair. But the real imbalance comes from whether or not the homeless have a
Crack.
drug buff.
Drug buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that could be a hindrance also.
Yes, that's well. Usually it's a buff, and when they start to come down is when it becomes a debuff.
So just survive long enough.
Yeah, it's the idea. It's God, who said it first? Was it Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville? One of those two on one of. I don't remember the show, but they said like I have to kick your ass in 30 seconds or I'll lose to myself.
That is pretty funny. I don't to all viewers. I'm a pretty pacifist person. So if you ever hear me talking about violence, it's all hypothetical.
For legal
I'm
reasons.
My house, suck
For legal
my
reasons, yeah.
dick, call me gay.
This really is the sleepy episode.
It really is. I mean, for me, I'm wide
Man, we
awake.
should
'cause I
we should have renamed
slept 12
ourselves to
hours.
something like I don't know, like the Sleepy Cast or something. I don't. That sounds crazy.
The rebranding into an ASMR podcast to help people sleep now begins.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Do any of you guys snore at night?
I used to apparently, but not that I remember.
If I lie on my back, I do.
Apparently, I do. Sometimes I've caught myself lightly snoring, but fuck, dude, I'm asleep. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
I snore regularly, but when I vacation somewhere or I stay somewhere other than my own house, I snore loud. And fun fact about Tao, my twin brother, my twin brother Max, he snores so fucking loud, just anywhere.
Oh.
His snores are like obnoxiously loud. And I had to live with that for the first 21 years of my life.
Oh, Christ.
I can imagine.
It's almost like he's faking it. But there's no way, because it was every single night.
The long con. He only does that while he knows you're awake.
I only remembered it because he came over to my house to try a bunch of beers with me. And we got, like, real drunk, and he had to sleep on my couch. And I remember I was like, fuck! Because I should have just gotten him a cab home, because he was just snoring so loudly. And in my, like, small apartment, it just, like, reverberates. So it's just endless. Since it's after Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I forgot we were still on this topic.
I was just going to say I only snore on my back. Christmas?
Oh, we could talk about sleep positions, too. Every night, I fall asleep on my back, and I wake up in a different position.
I don't have a preferred one, as far as I know. I go to sleep in one position, then I just wake up in however one position. One time I woke up, I had fallen off the bed. That was interesting. I was like, okay, that happened.
Did you wake up from hitting the floor, or did you just wake up like hours later?
I woke up on the bed. I woke up on the floor. I think I just was I was either like real drunk or just really good sleep.
Really good sleep.
No, it's not that easy to wake me up, to be honest.
My man fell into a bed of dandelions and roses. You want to talk about rolling off of bed? Me and my brother slept in a bunk bed, and so there was a couple times where he just like
sorry, I just
right off
imagined
the
that
side.
video of the fucking Russian guy. He's like teetering on the edge of a bunk bed, and he just falls and hits the ground, and it's just such a fucking like bass boosted breaking the speakers noise of him slamming into the floor, and then after this like apocalyptic noise, it sounds like something broke in his body. He just like slowly lifts his head up, not knowing where he's at.
Oh, that was a while ago though. That was like when we were kids. But no, I sleep on like I'll wake up on my side or on my stomach, but I'll always like rest on my back.
Yeah, I sleep on my side. Any position that just feels comfortable at that particular moment.
I'm always a stomach sleeper. I cannot sleep on my back or my side. I have to stay on my stomach.
You know, thinking about it, I used to sleep on my stomach all the time. Then I got fat.
No, speaking of Jacob's words, because he's like, I can only sleep on my stomach. I imagine him like a giant alien putting him on his side, and he's like, go to sleep, and Jacob's like, no!
No!
Tummies!
No.
Tummy sleep! And the alien's like, like flips him over onto his tummy, and he's like, better.
Yes,
He's
thank
just,
you.
Falls asleep.
That's better. And he goes, well, I mean, I guess since you're already like this, get the probe.
Get the probe. And then...
I mean, hey,
No, I
face
can't.
down, ass up, might as well get the fucking sensor readings.
I never understood that. They were like, you know the whole probing thing?
It's
Where it's
because a dude was very obviously drugged and raped, so he woke up not knowing what the fuck happened with his butt hurting, and he was afraid of anybody thinking he was gay.
Because I was going to say...
100% that is where that, like, the anal probing of aliens came from.
Yeesh.
That sounds believable.
I was just going to say, like, that's clearly like, oh, we're not... Who said we probe you? We just straight up rape you. Learning, we know everything about you. We just want to get in them cheeks.
Yeah, like, you think we need to use, like, a probe inside your body to learn about you? Dude, watch this. And he pulls out basically just, like, a receipt scanner. Now I know everything about your chemical makeup.
He's pulling his cock out!
Yeah. I'm Greek. Show me your butthole.
I'm Martian. Show me your butthole.
You know that webcomic
works
of
too.
like aliens using us as pets?
No, not really.
It was like what's your human's name? And it was like, oh, his name is Charles. And it's like, well, what's your human's name? And it's like basically there's a small webcomic series about humans being pets to aliens.
Yeah.
And it's like I was thinking about that for a while, and I was like, what kind of pet would I be, I guess? And I was like, well, now I'm dipping into scary furry territory, because I'm thinking, what kind of animal am I? But I'd definitely be just like the one that lays around all day. Like, disappointing to the active owner, but great for like an older owner.
So cat.
Just read
bearded
all the
dragon.
time. Be a bearded dragon, except you gotta put me in a cold terrarium.
I fucking love that Pennywise image. And it's just like bearded dragon owners when after 24 hours of doing nothing, their lizard moves 3 inches, and it's just like his face melting into the glass.
And now I do have a good friend who owns a bearded dragon, and this thing is massive. This thing is like half the size of my table.
That's
It's
not
just
a bearded dragon.
kept growing, and he's a cute fellow. I'll give him that. But no, it's bearded dragons are pretty boring in my opinion. But I don't have a lot to say. I want fish. And people have told me that I'm basically just looking at corpses until they jolt for a second. But I like fish. I don't own any, but I'd like to.
We used to have fish. We kept them like this bathtub down the front yard of the house, and they lasted a good solid while actually.
Huh.
It was pretty cool. I called mine William Murderface.
William Leatherface.
Murderface.
Oh.
Murderface. You know,
From
like William Murderface.
Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't grab the reference at first. I love Metalocalypse.
It's
That's
great.
a
Yeah.
show.
I think they're making
Apparently-
either like a
yeah.
movie or something like that.
Yeah, apparently it's
They
a
already did
movie.
the movie,
Awesome.
I thought. Like years ago.
Yeah, but they're making
Another
one.
movie.
Oh.
You can make more than one movie, David.
Yeah, well, my thing is, that movie was kind of a pretty solid ending to the show.
Well, no, they kind of left on a cliffhanger, to be fair.
Fair.
I've been getting into this show with my girlfriend called Psych. It's a pretty fun little detective
I have
show.
a recommendation. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
But
What's that about?
No, it's fun.
Sure. Stockholm.
Stockholm Syndrome. No, the thing is it's super easy to make me laugh, and it's super easy to get me entertained, which is why I can't watch a lot of things people recommend.
Okay.
Because if I did, I would spend all my time watching things people recommend.
Okay,
like-
how about you watch baby sensory videos?
That's that'd take up too much time, Caldor. David, that'd take up way too much time.
See, I'm going to bring this up now because of that little slip up. You wanted me to come up with some kind of icon for myself for art for this channel, and I just said, make it just whatever, some scuffed version of Calor Drago. And you say, look, I don't want to step away from... 40K. Fuck you. The only other thing people know me as is Caldor.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be a dwarf. I'm not usually known as a dwarf, but I feel like if we use 40K, it's gonna bite us later.
Yeah, we might get sued.
Like, especially if we ever make a penny off of this stuff.
Yeah,
Games
see,
Workshop's gonna like come down hard
smart.
on us.
I'm just doing a lucha wrestler that looks like an orc, but it's not an orc. See, I'm
You
smart.
can't get copyrighted for it being an orc.
Yeah, but it's shush.
No, he's not. Wait, what are we? What?
What?
You said that you couldn't get copyrighted for being an orc, but he didn't say he was gonna get copyrighted for being an orc.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You're worried about copyright.
Bruh.
With using Warhammer stuff, and your character happens to look like an orc. That just implying that he's not one. It's like it's safe to just be an orc if you want to be.
It's a costume. It's a.
No, he wants to be a luchador.
Yeah, I like pro wrestling, which is lucha libre,
what,
and
are you
so.
saying, are you telling me that fucking
It's
orcs,
a lucha
the boys,
costume.
would not want to get into wrestling?
What? Oh no, but it's a lucha costume that looks orky. So it's still not an actual orc, so therefore I'll be safe.
I think Dale is actually just mixing the mech and the luchador.
Nah, I'm sure it'll
That's
work.
what he's gonna do. I'm being a dwarf because I feel like that's what I embody in this podcast.
You're sure?
And then, I'm not that short. At least I don't think so. But I'm stocky is the purpose of it. And then, God damn it, David. And then
What did I do?
playing Elder Scrolls Online.
What? Am I not allowed to keep my brain entertained while we're doing this?
It's like those Family Guy clips with the Subway Surfers in the bottom. Stimulating.
Yes,
No,
I
but-
need multiple sources of stimulation. My brain can't. The sad juices take over if I don't.
You should buy Barony, and all of us could play it together.
Yes, it's very cheap as well.
It's a fun dungeon crawler game. Anyway, but I'm trying to get channel art. We're like 6 weeks in, and we don't have art.
Where?
That's why I'm like trying to get it all worked out.
Yeah.
Because I'll make y'all's characters up for you if you don't send
It's
me
like
nothing.
just. I think we could have just gone with the gimmick of just everything being default shit.
You NPC.
What? That was never discussed like that.
I didn't mean it was discussed. I'm just saying that's something we could have done.
No. God damn it.
He's discovered soundboards. Now he's gonna keep doing that. He's gonna be like,
You're
bruh.
goddamn right.
Just gonna keep mashing soundboards. No, we gotta have some identity out there.
Fine.
Yeah. We gotta look
Jacob's
distinct.
gotta send me a little something.
He's gonna send you a dick pic. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This will be funnier. I don't think we laughed. I don't think we laugh as much as we should.
You know, maybe.
Hold on.
You know what? Fuck it. It's like I'll go to like Witch Doctor DB or something and say like, "Hey, could you just make a character? I need like an icon for a podcast that I'm doing. I don't care what it is, just so long as it's just safe for work." And then just see what kind of monstrosity he manages to make. For anybody who doesn't recognize the name Witch Doctor DB, you probably recognize one of the memes that went around from his art, which was the exposed nerve. where it was
That
just the
sounds-
two block characters, and one of them grabs it and pulls, and then the other one's face just stretches in pain.
Oof.
He does some really surreal and like hyper detailed, but also not detailed at all, like stick figures. It's really interesting.
Oh yeah, I remember that. No, we can talk about the
Just-
art stuff.
Fuck. We need to have a format where people can see these see the images we use, because I really fucking like this one. It's just so.
Oh,
It's just some dude whipping out a shotgun and blasting the kneecaps out of Slender Man.
you know what's funny? I think that a lot of people overplay just how I feel like a lot of people don't realize just how probably easy it will be to like take out something like Slenderman or any horror creature. Like, if most of them are ancient, then they probably like. No, there's like this funny story. Remember, like how there's like some ancient monster which could not be killed by any weapon forged by man,
Yeah,
and then instantly it
this
gets shot in the face by a gun manufactured in a factory.
Like this man meeting the snail. I don't fear death anymore.
He fears a doorway, though. That man is wide.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to walk through a doorway. Look, the snail's right there.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Yeah, he'll die. The snail's gonna touch him.
What would you guys? Okay. Do you guys want immortality?
Depends.
To a certain extent.
Depends
If
on
there's-
what.
Like, if there's a way out, sure. But if not,
Yeah, if there's a way out, then definitely, yeah.
True, yeah.
it's very dependent. Like, do I feel pain, or is it just I just can't die?
It's just you can't die.
I feel like in most scenarios with immortality, the immunity to pain just comes from experiencing it long enough.
Yeah.
Till I pull out a fucking gun. No, but these images are hilarious though. Do look up the Witch Doctor comics, if that's what they're called.
I'm Silly Billy.
Let's go on to a topic that David brought up a while ago: Earth shape theories.
Oh yeah? What's this about?
Did I?
Yep,
Probably.
that was November 28th. So what is the shape? What does the Earth look like?
What
fellas?
do you think of this?
I don't think the Earth exists at all, personally. I think we just,
What, we're a
I
simulation?
just think we... I think,
Formless?
no. I think we are, therefore we are. Oh, what's the word? No, this joke sucks, I'm sorry. The Earth is probably round, I don't know.
Probably around something like that. I don't know.
No jokes today, ladies and gentlemen.
I think everyone can agree the Earth is round. Now, the dimensions of this round Earth, that's where the arguments are at.
Apparently Earth is really
The
lost me
bumpy.
globe
already.
Earth is a lie. We look like a Minions toy. We're
With
all on
SpongeBob's
2D's
house.
ass. Sorry.
Would fucking an android really be worth it?
Yes!
Probably.
Yeah.
Do not fist the android, though.
Coward.
Okay, fine.
But like the machinery, is it like, would it be compatible, or is it just nothing but gears
Do I
in
have to
there?
pull up
just
the
grind?
diagram?
Dog,
Probably.
shit's custom built.
Yeah. Multi-speed, double gawk, fucking auto lubricating, 4-speed vibration, custom fitted pussy.
With the cum collection tray.
Is this like
Exactly.
canon? Is this canon to Nero
It's
Dominus?
like canon.
Canon to
Hello,
what?
ladies and gentlemen.
Like, yeah, that's what the first game's about.
Near?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think there were any androids in the first Nier.
Well, there is now. That's
I
what
only
it was
thought there was
about.
one Nier game. I had no idea there was more.
Yeah, the first game
no,
was called
the
Nier.
first game is Nier.
Oh,
It was
okay,
made in
cool.
like 2009 or something.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that was the part that threw a lot of people for a loop, was that Nier Automata was based off of a secret bad ending to the game.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
like it was like the third ending you could achieve out of like 5 or 6 endings.
To be honest, I know absolutely nothing about the Nier series.
That's
All I know is that
I've
there's a lot of
explained pretty much
polygons in that
everything
thing's
that I know
arse.
already.
The double gawk, 4 times vibration. Yeah, it's the entire Nier series.
Yeah.
I did
ass.
know that there is more polygons in 2B's ass than there is in Mario 64.
Yeah. Approximately, if I remember correctly, it was something around like 345,000
Oh damn!
polygons just for her ass.
It was well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that's when the director of the game walks up behind your desk and says, "Sculpt it better." You sculpt that shit better. This is the man who says, "Hey, could you guys make it easier on me and just create like a uniform like collection of the porn of my characters and send it to me directly?" The man knows what he's about.
I like to imagine that she was supposed to look much like nicer and more innocent, and then the guy was caught drawing porn of her at work, and the guy was like, "So you're submitting your work today, right? It's due."
What do you mean getting caught? This was his creation. He knew what he was doing from the get-go.
Fair enough. Back to the original topic at hand.
Android pussy.
And
Android
Pussy.
pussy.
I said pussy. Don't you put a
Virtual
B on that?
fleshlights.
Bussy. I mean, there is a bussy and it's 9S.
And dressing.
there is no bussy in 2B.
I mean, she
Not
got
yet
a
there
butt
isn't.
pussy.
Yeah, but bussy isn't butt pussy. It's boy
It
pussy.
can be.
Yeah, it can be if you want to be
It
technical.
can and it will.
My point is,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I have been informed by... Yeah, I've been informed by pretty much every major platform that we have this on to not continue this statement.
For legal reasons, this topic will no longer
Not
continue.
technically, not legal reasons, but just this episode would not be allowed to air.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've got some opinions.
How many of you guys played Bloons Tower Defense?
Not for ages.
It's been a while.
David?
You know the answer to that question.
I play it every day.
He's addicted.
I am addicted.
I only play it when I really can't. Oh fuck, sleepy cast. I only play it when I really can't bring myself to play anything else.
Fair enough. I play it when my brother asks to play it, or I usually play it around major updates, but I'll do the daily quest like every day. I don't know why, but it's just satisfying to always be able to complete them.
I recently got enough XP for the Buccaneer to make the Navarch of the Seas, and that Paragon's fucking broken as shit, but I don't know how to play a game solo and get enough cash flow to be able to make it.
You just gotta use capitalism, baby.
I don't have backroom deals.
You gotta get that monkey banana production up.
Yeah, I don't have all the things I need to get that production up.
You don't got Benjamin?
No.
Fuck.
Why the fuck, while playing solo, would I run Ben?
Because you get all the late game things by round like 80.
Yeah,
Way earlier
but
too.
here's the
Benjamin
thing.
makes you so much money.
But he's a hero that's doing absolutely nothing the whole time.
All because he doesn't have a pop count doesn't mean that he's not a good hero.
I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm just saying is playing by myself, how am I supposed to keep up?
I guess it depends.
It's
If
kind of
you do,
just,
like-
it's really hard to defend that aspect to me when I could be using Sada,
Yeah. Sada's a great hero, but
who
Benjamin...
like by herself can go to fucking like round 20 on pretty much any format other than chimps by herself, depending on the map.
Why wouldn't she be... Oh, never mind. I've got like most of the beginner maps black bordered, and then I have one or two intermediate maps black bordered. I play to win.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever done chimps.
Chimps is hard as shit,
No fuck.
but when you get it done and you get that black border, it's nice. But half cash is even harder. That's just playing a multiplayer game and not getting the other half. It's awful.
Yeah.
Sleepy cast.
Sleepy cast.
Supercast.
It'd be in those moods
Yeah.
where you just
hey,
don't know
look
what to
at
play.
the time. It's perfect.
It's almost time.
It's almost time.
I don't care. Fucking. It's 2.5 minutes. We can say it's good.
Sleepy cast.
Sleepy
Oh.
cast.
Also, we can't keep
See you
saying
guys
sleepy
next
cast.
What would you say?
We can't keep saying sleepy cast. That was an actual podcast.
Oh shit.
Sleepy cast.
Yeah,
Sleepy
that was the
podcast.
sleepy cabin guys.
Uh,
That's why I made the joke earlier.
Oh well, that's fucked us.
Nah, we're not big enough yet.
Well, it's not
They
even
won't
like
care.
that would fuck us. We just keep making the joke.
Sleepy cast.
We aren't funny.
No, we are funny.
What was that?
Someone slip out a banana peel? Alright, everybody mash all of your sound effects at once now.
Fuck, I've got too many.